Yeah, how do I sound with it when I hit the ground? 100-mile finish. My moment now ain't no mouse in this. I'm on the prowl and my style fitted. My time, give me high fives. Get a picture of the wise guy. What's a wave to a high tide? Never stuck when you my size. Man, it's my, I said it's my moment. I said it's my moment. I came here to own it. Man, it's my moment. Man, it's my, I said it's my moment.
Round one went by quickly, so we're now here in round two, early on in the Gauntlet challenges. And we will be seeing, I know, you guys love them. We're going to be seeing Gaming Gamers again.
Woo, yeah,
I had
back.
a complaint about it. I was like, hey, let's do the other match so we get a good variance of teams. But no, apparently everybody voted to do Gaming Gamers. And if you have a problem with that, you have to blame Dover. So...
Nah, I'm here for the uncheerful endings. You know, I'm here for the team they're going up against.
Look, I'm happy to see Gaming Gamers because I think they'll do really well throughout this bracket. But Uncheerful Ends, they're the other team that did win in the first round, 3-1 over the other GG-related team, Gravity Gamers, which is Zaid, Rothy, and Yeatsy. So putting them back in retirement, am I right? And Odium and Nasalis Lavardis both got their wins, and maybe no real surprises there, I'd say.
I'm almost tempted to say that Odium winning is a surprise because we saw Chiaroscurus, Trad JBL, and Big Rooster Soldier Vault. They had such a good tournament. They showed such good signs. But yeah, for Odium taking that out, in my opinion, that's a really good win for them, and they're looking to move forward in the tournament.
Nasalis Lavardis, that's Chubb, Paradise, and Stainless. Some solid names on the rise from the bubble scene. You'd probably know them better than anyone else, Tins. So do you think they're going to make a full run?
I lost to Chubb last night in ranked. Let's not talk about it.
I mean, who aren't you losing to in ranked, mate?
That is very true. That's very true.
Unless you had Gus on your team.
I didn't this time. That was the problem, I think. Yeah. Maybe next time I'll hit up Gus. Get that carry. I'll beat Chubb next time. Tonight in ranked, we'll set a date. But Odium, I think they're a team I'm looking to take that dub. I think Aziz, one of those players yet again, been on that grind. See them every time. I hear everyone complain about their verse in Aziz time and time again in ranked twos. Kernsey, Jorix, they're players that, I wouldn't say have made a name for themselves, but I definitely know they have great mechanical ability. Yeah. So I think that whole team is just going to be pedal to the metal, fully send mode, and I think it might actually work out for them.
I just wanted to ask, how long have you been commentating for?
Too long.
Okay, well, I just want to say, we had the graphic for this matchup, and you're talking about Odium the entire time. We have Uncheerful Ends here, and that's Matthew, Cheery, and Morse coming through. We've seen Gaming Gamers. They're being incredible. I think they're setting the standard right now. What are Uncheerful Ends? What does Matthew in particular feel like going to bring to this matchup?
I think Matthew just brings some form of, kid in a candy shop energy. Just always seems to be happy to, verse names, verse teams like this to be able to show what they have. In the past from Matthew, we've seen a real struggle with keeping up with the pace of play. If you're up by 2 goals, still seems to love to cheat upfield and, not really understanding how the pace of the game is working. Has a lot of good potential. I think alongside Cheery, Morse, they're both teamed together back in, I think, RLCS 21-22, back on Mako. So, they're really good mates and they love playing together and know how to play together. So I think this team as a whole should do well. I think they might have beat Gaming Gamers in the Opens in order to qual. I'm not too sure. I'll have to double check.
I'd like to ask Matthew instead, I'll have to ask you instead. What is it like being happy?
I think you have to ask Cheery for that. Like the name just itself, every time I've been called him, he's always just, smiles to his ears, just happy.
I thought you were happy, but I guess not.
No, we're going to do it anyway.
Cheeky smile on your face, but I think you got to be happy when you get in the cast and some of this Rocket League and the Rocket League Oceania channel. And what is he now? $30,000 to win.
over 7 weeks. It's going to be good to be able to compete with that. You know, winning this game just puts you closer. Even if you finish second today, you're still walking away with $300 USD. So that's the bare minimum that I guarantee these players are going for. But talking about being happy, casting some Rocket League, I'm happy to see gaming gamers and what they're going to bring to this game. Are we going to see more amazing team play? Or are Uncheerful Ends going to put an end to it?
And also in that 6-week campaign, 5 weeks of the Gauntlet and 1 finals over 7 weeks, is points are available. So far at this stage, both these teams have earned 2 points, and you know, every single win is going to get them 1 or 2 more points as they progress through this bracket, through towards the Gauntlet. So even if you don't make it the entire way, you need to get the points in order to make it through to those Gauntlet finals.
And sometimes it can just be chipping away at those points as well. Getting 2 here and there, 3, 4 over the collective. It's going to add up. It's going to, you know, almost hopefully guarantee you, if not get you a spot in that final where these players will go up against the best of the best. A win here could be very useful here for both teams. Gaming Game is going to start us off early with a goal. Another nice team play.
It will be Sprat again to get on the board. He was the one who got the last goal in the last game, and he's followed up with lovely bump away from Zenulus, made it impossible to save.
Just like that, they're starting out strong. As we've seen them in the past, it's going to be Uncheerful Ends. They're going to have to really pick up the slack. It is only game 1. They did win in a 3-1 in their previous series, so hopefully they have that form of momentum. But the way that we've seen gaming gamers play, you've got to bring your A game against this team. Sprat trying to get early, get the 50 in midfield. Zen push a little bit too far up, won't be able to capitalize on that one. And now trying to go for another sidewall skip.
Cheerful Ends. Trying to make it Uncheerful End, I'd say, for gaming gamers as well. You talk about multiple teams and multiple sets of players coming out of the woodwork to, I don't want to say unretire, but to kind of enjoy themselves, enjoy retirement, and be able to play with a lot less stress. Often those are very difficult to beat teams. Gravity Gamers, Zaid, Rothy, and Yeetzy, very well known in that space, but Zenulus, he hasn't retired long, I can tell you that much. He's not retired long, I was saying.
Look, Zen's just keeping the ball close. He's getting the dribbles in midfield. It's working out. I will say Uncheerful Ends actually 3-1 gaming gamers and sent them into the lower bracket in the opens. So they probably coming into this thinking it might be a bit easier than it was, you know, just another secured victory here. The way that they're playing, they're coming out strong.
This is the informed gaming gamers. You know, you can lose to somebody 1 week, but if you're playing your best on any given day, you know, this is almost why I expect them to make a really long run today, is that they're looking peak, and I don't think anybody's able to stop them right now.
They're running amok, Yummy. They're just enjoying it. They're getting everyone on the team involved so far. Not sure if Hawk has gotten too involved, but right now it's just the Sprat and Zen show up front.
You know things are working out for you if you kind of push forward for your teammates' 50 play, and it lands right in front of you so you can just take a straight shot on that. That's beautiful.
That's when you're loving life. We'll have to see if they can keep it up. There's a good infield pass play. No, Morse has just side flipped. Not able to get to that one. Matthew now having to make a solo play effort on the defensive end. It's not going to work out. Hawk now gets on the board.
Hey, so if Matthew's always happy, always cheery to play against these top players, you think he's still happy right now?
I think he might be panicking a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Matthew puts a lot of pressure on himself, and I still think has yet to kind of discover how to play in these tournaments and you know, how to play against such higher level teams. The more experience, especially in a tournament like this is where Matthew could look to improve as a player.
It was the most useless kind of like dribble steal of all time. I don't think Matthew had too much boost, so that's why that happened, but take that straight to the wall did not help whatsoever and eventually led to a goal. And Zenulus right now is putting on a masterclass in terms of team plays and in terms of selfless plays as well.
Can do it all, can get the goals, can get the assists. 3 assists for Zen. And they are looking strong. Just wonder if this is going to be the warm-up game for Uncheerful Ends, or they're looking for something. Matthew gets a goal. That might be a spark that could ignite him.
I think, you know, if you said that he's panicking a little bit, obviously when you're 5 goals down, it does free you up a little bit, especially in that game, to just try to settle yourself. Know that you can throw whatever you want at it. In that case, Matthew just staying behind that ball, guaranteeing a 50, is always such an advantage position. But in that case, it's especially so because your opponent was not coming from behind the ball, so harder to read the 50.
And this is where I'm looking for those players like Morse, like Chiri to... I love when a team comes up, picks up a young gun who has potential, and they can help them in situations like this, can talk to them and say, hey, take a breath, we're fine, get that kind of leadership role. I think that's something Daisu even offers to teams really well as well. So I'm hoping that Chiri, Morse, they can kind of talk to Matthew and get him to understand better, how they need to play here and just calm those nerves moving forward.
A little fight back right now, coming out from Uncheerful. Looking to try and just set up some pressure, taking the ball to the corner a lot. Morse having his chance, and he looked like he wanted to get the flip reset. Matthew has completely pinched that way past his own teammates. Hawk looking for the bump on Morse and ends up having to just go for the ball instead.
Yeah, it's just pedal to the metal for Gaming Gamers. They're looking to get a few for the road, but Uncheerful ends. They're looking to try and get that momentum back. That's a nice little counter-attack there. Zen rotating really wide. Chiri's going to put that away. It's going to be hard. They might need a kick-off goal here to even start thinking about possibilities, but definitely getting 2 goals to end the game is something to look forward to in game number 2.
It's been great stuff coming out at the end for Uncheerful ends. A lot more consistent performance as well on some of the early misses that we saw. Obviously a little too late up against the tirade that was Gaming Gamers, but it may be good signs towards game number 2.
Just gonna have to see if they can look forward to, I want to say control the ball a little bit more. I think that's one thing Gaming Gamers are doing really well, is they're able to always keep it close. When they're giving the ball away, it's usually to a teammate or it's a good opportunity on target. Their touches are a lot useful at the moment. So we'll have to see if Uncheerful Ends can look to disrupt that, maybe cause some panic, them to throw the ball away a little bit more to try and get maybe a better opportunity, get a few more shots on target. But right now, Gaming Gamers, they're looking strong. They're continuing that 3-0 run that they had in the previous series.
The one thing I may be looking a bit more for Uncheerful Ends is just better communication, and that not necessarily better comms, but there's so many times where they're taking the ball off each other. They're not sure with each other there, and they're losing opportunities and losing their control, possession of the ball because of that. And so it is crazy, but Gaming Gamers, that's what they've been doing really well. They're never really committing too much at this point in time in the tournament. They're not sending 2 players of the ball. They're not taking it off each other. They're trying to set each other up. Otherwise, I think outside of that, the 2 teams, in terms of individual skill, look very similar. It's actually the teamwork that's working for Gaming Gamers.
We'll have to see if something changes here in game number 2. It might start off with an early attack here. Matthew has the boost, looks for the triple. That's all 3 players from Gaming Gamers sending it that one. Maybe low on boost here for another opportunity. Pass in mid, Hawk up nice and early for that one, and that might go all the way. Matthew can't get back in time. A great opportunity turned complete 180.
They actually forced out the mistake, the error, the triple commit from Gaming Gamers, but that ended up reeling Uncheerful Ends into a bit of a false sense of security. They pushed extra far up, but didn't realize Hawk had 100 boost.
And that's almost got to be deflating. Like, you had such a good opportunity. You got the last 2 goals in the previous game, number 1, and you've come in here saying, all right, this is ours. That was our warm-up. We're good. And then straight away, an opportunity like that just goes straight past you. Possibly another one here. Shot on target off Matthew's car. Zen puts it away. A good read.
Just such a good follow-up. As Hawk, the first touch, he kind of flipped through that ball, which I think sent the defense into a bit of a panic, thinking that he was jumping immediately. Even though it's obvious that it's a flip in hindsight, your first reaction when somebody jumps is to immediately react, expecting him to be up, and when a game like Rocket League is played in milliseconds, you have to be able to react instantly. And that's what Hawk has done there. He's kind of caught them off guard just by flipping through.
Well, I like this control here from Morse, trying to keep it close. No boost to work with means They will be stuck on the defensive end for a while. Cheery trying to get something, but every touch is just getting met by the gaming gamers.
Ooh,
Cheery now on a 1v1 with Zen. Zen, good defensive effort here. Morse might have an opportunity midfield, chooses to play it, and that's a commit from Matthew. It's going to leave Cheery in an awkward position. All three players at the end. It's going to be hard to stop. Hawk puts it away.
They use these passes so well. In this case, Sprat could have taken a shot. It could have been similar. He could have played a solo play, but he was never really had enough boost or position to make the play. And they use that pass or to just generate unpredictability in the angle and that extra power that will be enough to get past the defense.
It's just on the offensive end as well. Morse had a bit of a passing opportunity. I don't know whether that was comms that the pass was available, but Matthew just really opting up for that one early. Hold on, though. Sprat. That is a Sprat shot.
He was known for this for a while, and he did have a series where he would only hit, crossbar it in, top corner over and over again. A series, the most notable series of Sprat's career was one up against the old Ground Zero roster. That was the Express Torsos, or maybe it was Express Jules back at the time, roster, with Amphis on the team. And they almost beat them into the final game, and Sprat was playing like that. And serves to show that he's still got those shots in him.
We'll have to see. Is this going to spark some form of competition back in Sprat? Are we going to see these players make a return after a tournament like this?
Full try hard, and then it ends up not being able to go for those shots anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Just puts way too much effort back into it, and then just goes back to being that consistent top 6 player again. It's the retirement buff. That's where these players come out, and like Hawk showing off here, it's what works.
You did just let Hawk get away with absolute murder in terms of a missed open net, but fortunately for him, he's made up for it.
As long as you make up for it, Yummy, that's all you got to do at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if you miss your save or anything like that. If you miss an open save and then you go get a goal, all is forgiven in the world.
I will tell you what, Zenulus already calling me out. He knows what I want to say in the commentary when somebody misses that, but he was fortunate that you were talking while it happened.
Exactly. I'm here just for fun. I'm having fun. I'm cheery at the moment. I'm just happy to watch some Rocket League again. It's been a while.
It's not been that long. The RLO Grand Slam, and yes, I'm calling it the RLO Grand Slam, was only a couple of weeks ago. So
yeah, exactly. Too long. All right. It's been a while. We need these weekly tournaments back. Thank God for the Gauntlet.
Weekly tournaments all the way through to December. For those who live in a bunker like me, it is currently October, so we've got to go to a couple of months of Rocket League action. Then you have Christmas off, and hopefully we'll be back into RLCS next year. That's the dream for all of these players, and 5-0 right now is a dream come true for gaming gamers. They're not just going for that 3-0 that Sprat called for. They might be going for a 6-0.
It's looking more likely as the time goes on, unless Uncheerful Ends can try and come up with something, a little bit of momentum. Try and find that spark or whatever worked for them in that in the open of the Gauntlet that led to a 3-1 victory for them. You just never know what you're going to see when you come out with gaming gamers, when you come out with players you haven't seen in so long that were once at the top of the region.
Sprat was sitting on the backboard there just saying, you see me, hit it to me. It was never really going to be possible to get the power on the pass to it, though.
When you're having fun, though, those are the things you just start to get entrapped in your own mind.
He's just saying it.
They're going for anything now. They're just looking for the highlight. Sprat again, finally puts it away, and Zen does all the hard work there. He gets the goal.
Yeah, I just need to type to Zenulus on the great goals. Sprat with a miracle touch, and Zenulus just finishing off that one. 6-0 at a minute remaining. Can they get to 7-0 and maybe even 7-1?
A broken clock is right twice a day. If Sprat just spends most of his time on the backboard, eventually something like that will happen. Zen putting them up there. There might be an open Cherry, what have you done? Oh, no, and it's a kill. 7 goals here. Zen putting another one. Cherry had it in his fingertips, and he just couldn't put it away.
I'm hearing the circus music right now. Cheery playing along. missed a complete open net, and it goes the other way, 7-0. We've had some interesting plays so far this game. Unfortunately, those interests of not being in Uncheerful N's favour. 7-0. Maybe 8-0.
Who knows, there's still time, and I'm not putting anything past the team of Gamer Gamers right now. Maybe an opportunity for Zed. I don't even know what's possible here from this team. Uncheerful Ends maybe just didn't expect it to be that open. And it's a game that's been so close this whole time. Just did not even expect for it. Morse had an opportunity, sprayed with the free jump, couldn't even put that one on target. And maybe, there we go. We've got the Brazil, Yummy. It's done. Where's the Dovacam? Where's the flags?
Great shot, Morse. Absolutely. You know, he had the open net. All he had to do was push it in, and he did exactly that. It's kind of funny because Hawk was probably expecting him to shoot that on net and just that he could let it in. But he had to help him out just a little bit.
There we go. We've got the Brazil. 6 seconds to go. Gaming Gamers are on an absolute tear in this tournament. And I am nearly scared for whoever has to go up to them. There's still one game left. Uncheerful Ends, you've got to pull something out of the bag right now.
It's the scariest possible start for everyone else to be able to watch this team, you know, just come in and be truly relaxed. Because I know that, and I've experienced this recently when I played in ODL, you take all this time off, you retire, you stop playing, whatever it is, so Hawk and Sprat, and you know that you're not going to put in that much for it. And it doesn't really matter too much. You're just playing for fun. But that doesn't stop you from potentially being really nervous in that first game. But now they've had a 7-1. They've got to muck about in both series so far, and that's when I feel like some of the teams, and especially these players, your Hawk and your Zen in particular, are at their best when they're just having fun and they're just being a little bit silly with it.
Yeah, and they come into this tournament maybe like, I don't want to lose to all these people. Who's even taken over the scene these days? Who's Daisu or who's Cyrex Fiasco? These players coming out we shouldn't be losing to them.
Right. Who are they?
And then you come out and you're like, wait, no, guys, we've still got this. We're good to go. I think as the tournament goes on and on, we might start to see those nerves. If they get to that qualifying match, that competitiveness might come back out. But if they can keep this fun momentum moving forward, I think Gaming Gamers, they're only going up here. Can they close out the first two series in a 6-0?
I'll just appreciate Tins' trash talk of a team that's not even playing right now. So I love it coming out from the young lad. We'll see though. Gaming Gamers so far undefeated in the tournament, and not just that, they've absolutely blitzed every game. So can they do it again?
We'll have to see. Moore's having an opportunity there. Another one going high. That's an open net. No, never mind. I thought one player got bumped, but there's still two that you have to get past on the Gaming Gamers.
Hawk looking for the solo play. He's still got it. He used to love going off the wall, Musty, and he's done it again. You can't keep the man down.
Just showing off the old tricks, showing off some new ones as well.
I remember every pro in Oceania used to make so much fun of him for going off the wall, Musty, like, oh, it doesn't do anything, oh, I know how to counter it, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, well, it generates a good amount of power, so he's still got it, and I'll tell you what, a lot of those pros would love to be able to do it.
I still know pros these days, Yummy, that are saying, no, keep the ball close, get a flip cancel, keep it close, go for the edge rule. I love a good Musty. I love going from one end to the other on 10 boost, especially when you're just catching the team off guard. I absolutely love it.
It's more important in something like ones where you can reel somebody in by taking the ball slow off the wall and then punish them without the backup behind them. But I still think there's a lot of situations in light of that. Once again, the three-man passing play. And this time, the roof is underutilized. Hawk showing the kids how it's done.
Everyone watching, they're going to start writing some notes, taking notes on just how to be playing. Zed now going for the solo play. That's a shot on target. No, it's just gone past the defense. Uncheerful Ends. It's almost like they've given up, Yummy.
I think they named themselves correctly. I thought maybe at the start it was them naming themselves based on what their opponents would be feeling. Unfortunately for them, they're looking down the barrel of a 3-0 and a 3-0 against a couple of retired gamers. And Zen, who is not retired.
Nah, I'm still sticking to it. What I said was true. They're going all the way. The retired gamers versus the world. As Sprat with another pass play downfield over to Hawk. This time it's just off target. Zender put it away. Hawk's just going to go try and get the redirected net, or just going for the save at this point. The amount of fun that they seem to be having on the field, you don't know what is possible, but I am loving these pass plays involving all three members.
You know, you're willing to say they'll go all the way. It might be very difficult given the side of their bracket they're on. Maybe unfortunate, I'm sure. I think I might even be able to back them against Tiki Taka. But the Dark Days, Kaka, Finn and Fades, that's going to be a tough battle in the next round, assuming that they continue on with this game.
That will be that's the team I had going through, so we'll have to see if they have the capabilities to beat them, you know, but there's so much pressure on them. Everyone expects them to come first. No one expects the gaming gamers. They're just going to come into this whole tournament with fun. They've got nothing on their shoulders. And I think that's going to be possibly a reason why they take down the Dark Days.
Okay, so you're calling it now? I don't want to. Possibly they might.
I'm on
Are
the
they winning? Are they beating the Dark Days or not?
When's the Gaming Gamers merch come out? They're going all the way. They're going to go. They're going to make their way into week 1 of the Gauntlet. It's happening.
Very good. Well, I'll tell you what. Considering how they've been completely on form today, I think that's the reason that they might be able to do it. That being said, I'll back the Dark Days. I think they're just going to be so strong. As Matthew gets his second on the board for the series. Nice stuff.
There we go, something to walk away with. A little bit of help from Hawk, but it's fine. We count that as a goal, and as you said before, Yummy, it is just a day worth of so many games. Whoever is on the day, there's no making it through to Championship Sunday. You know, you play well the Saturday, you might play bad the Sunday. Yeah, they can still play bad tomorrow during the Gauntlet, but right now they're playing well, and that might be just what they need to make it through all the way to the Gauntlet.
Hey, if you've got them over Dark Days, maybe they can play well tomorrow. And if you make it through the Gauntlet, right, and you win that first round, that first series, you're guaranteed back into the Gauntlet on the following week. There's so much to that first match. I always say it's almost the most important match of every Gauntlet final, because you get guaranteed prize money again.
Wait a minute, actually, there's a good touch there from Morse, good flick. Keeping the ball nice and close. Sprat not able to get the touch and gets the 50 on Hawk. We have a tight game. Maybe Uncheerful Ends not wanting to get swept. They're wanting to try and get one game under the belt.
Tight game, and Morse and Matthew scoring all the goals. I don't think Cheery has one on the board just yet. And absolutely.
Hey, so what are we talking about? So we're talking about the Gauntlet, right? So getting through to that Gauntlet is going to be good. They had a good run, but immediately you just get scored on. You make the comeback, you get the 2 goals.
I'm disappointed that you pulled out of your joke, you know? Like, you're really going in on it, and then you're like, let's get back to it because my joke's not funny enough.
I have commitment issues, I mean, that's the problem, right? That's why I just can't stick true to it.
To be fair, so do uncheerful friends. They've been half committing a bit too much.
The dad jokes have started. That's how you know we need this series to go all the way. We need to get them going. There might be a goal from Morse going all the way, but it won't. I don't like the jokes. I didn't miss this at all. Can we go back? I'm good for the off-season.
You don't like jokes?
No, I don't like your dad jokes. I'm happy with the jokes for you here and there, but I went so long without them, I forgot how just peace and quiet it was.
Well, I won't talk about your career then. Let's get back in to the game. 3-2. Just one little last chance for Uncheerful Ends to take it further on, but it's looking a little tough, though. Mistake came out from Gaming Gamers that gave him a chance.
Shot just straight onto Hawk's face. That's going to make it hard to finish it off. Morse with an opportunity. 2 people miss. 1 more. It's gone high. No one's going to be able to keep it up. And look, I'm a bit... Gaming Gamers, they take the win. They're moving through onto the challenges. They're looking to make their way into the Gauntlet. But Hawk, you got to keep that up. You got to keep that up. You got to try and get 1 more. They always score in the last few moments of a game. I'm a bit disappointed there in Hawk.
I'll tell you what. In terms of the history of the Gauntlet, the long-term history of what has been going on for maybe 4 or 5 years now. I don't even know it's been that long, but I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look it up sometime before tomorrow. But in the past, we saw the name Gaming Gamers become a huge runner throughout the Gauntlet, way more successful than they were in the RLCS. Zenulus and Hawk in particular being two names on that Gaming Gamers roster that were able to do that. Hawk doing it with multiple rosters, Zen doing it with different rosters as well, having these really long runs. And maybe it's just a repeat of history. Maybe it's just the Gauntlet, and that's all Zen and Hawk have been waiting for.
It's good to see these names back. They've all, I don't know if they've directly played with each other, but I know, as I said, Zen and Hawk played in the past. Hawk and Sprite have played in the past together. So now they're coming together under the banner that we haven't seen in a fair while. So look, they're looking unbeatable now. They've got a massive matchup next. We'll have to see how they go.
We even have Ghost Jr. in the chat as well, back in the chat. He was a big supporter of OC Rocket League and the Gauntlet at the time. So everybody's here, including Hawk and Zenulus. Back when Zenulus was known specifically as Zen. But look, that's the end of the first stage of today. We go to the second stage, the top 4, the single elimination, and to find out who makes it through to the Gauntlet tomorrow. And I'm going to say goodbye alongside Tins, and we'll be joined by Morgie and Jake coming up after this.
I'm a winner war, rest assured I get mine. Yeah, you get yours.